Hello and welcome. Are you a fan of the night? I am. The peaceful calmness of the night, the nebulous scenery of the sky, that feeling of freedom and lack of judgment from others. I've become such a night owl that I'm suffering from a lack of vitamin D. My skin is flaking, my bones are cracking, I haven't bathed in weeks. But that's okay, because I have a very good reason for this. You see, I'm trying to become a vampire. It's quite simple, really. All you need is a willing vampire to suck when you've fallen in love with them. At least, that's the case here with Ko Yamari from Yofikashi no Ta, or Call of the Night. You may be asking me, action first. You're an anime YouTuber with 2 videos. Why are you covering an anime that's not even currently airing? Well, that's because you should join me on my journey to discover the perfect anime. The story begins with Ko, a teenage insomniac, bored of the normie life, as he wanders outside during the night trying to feel alive. A woman named Nazuna Nanakusa finds him interesting and takes him back to her place to sleep together so she can suck his blood. Honestly, that's a pretty good deal. Normally, when I'm wandering outside at night, I usually just get stabbed. You see, in this world, vampires aren't just real, but wholly ingrained into our society. However, they're not always the suck, fuck, goodbye, chuck type. Nazuna may be a vampire, but she's quite bashful. To vampires like her, talking about creating offspring, other vampires, is akin to talking about doing the sex. She will happily slurp up Ko's human juices, but doesn't want to go over the implications. Call of the Night isn't just about vampire and Nazuna fanservice. As the show progresses, it really delves into the relationship between Ko and Nazuna, but also Ko coming to terms with what it means to become a vampire. Is it really okay to just leave your mortal life behind like that? Mr. Beast! Becoming a vampire is becoming another person. The other vampires in the show view it as being born a second time, and the vampires in the show don't even know what it means to be a vampire. There is so much uncertainty with becoming someone else, especially since you'll need to prey on others. Fortunately, for those who would be opposed, there is Anko Uguisu, a detective with McDonald's Sprite for blood who is determined to kill every last vampire, including Ko if he becomes one. That seems like a nearly impossible task though. New vampires can be created any time, and as I've been reading the manga, you start to question if any new characters who are introduced are already vampires and what their intentions are. It reminds me of my favorite indie game, a Mozart. Quick, find the imposter, Salieri, since he's trying to kill you. Call of the Night isn't just about making the vampires look enticing. Any shot of this anime looks like it could be a desktop background. Episodes feature locations that aren't unusual for anime, but they're all a lot cooler because it's at night. This is an anime that you watch not to get excited, but to feel sucked in. You really feel like you're along for the ride with the other characters, and perhaps that's because Ko is a great protagonist. He acts how a kid his age would most likely feel being in an unusual situation like this, and he doesn't fully understand love, but wants to become a vampire because nothing else in his life seems to give him any purpose. But let's be real here. The star of the show is Nazuna herself. Every episode, she gives enough reaction faces to fuel Discord and Twitter profile pictures for the next decade. She has so much energy and charisma in just about everything she does, but has her own desires too. Despite being a vampire herself, she knows so little about them, and her and Ko's journeys together almost feels like they're trying to discover more about herself. You get the feeling that she's not tagging with Ko because his blood is tasty, because she genuinely wants to be with him. And the two make a really great duo together that you just want to see be happy and enjoy their time together. I have Nazuna and Call of the Night to thank for giving my countless nights awake meaning. Do you know what it's like being locked in a basement, forced to do nothing but play Genshin Impact for 20 hours a day? But now, Nazuna has taken over my life and many others. I think this is best exemplified by the ED of the show, also called Yofikashi no Uta. The anime was named after the song by the band Creepy Nuts, who I have the anime to thank for turning me on to them. Their music's really good. But the ED is a perfect way to sum up how I feel about this anime, as Nazuna's just parading around, destroying this tiny city. Nazuna's energy makes us all one step closer to finding the perfect anime, which is why my rating for Call of the Night is a Megan Fox and MGK relationship out of 10.
Yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion.
That's a bad example. My real rating is a Nazuna reaction image folder out of 10. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to sub Nazuna for more Nanakusas. I've got a big video cooking up, so be sure to be looking forward to when that one's done. Make sure your necks are all covered up, otherwise you too may get the